And we should be live. It says we are, but we will check. Once my phone starts cooperating with me anyways, I'll be able to check. Alright, here we go. And we are in fact live. Awesome. Hello everyone, Ace here. Welcome to the live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Doctor Kalkyl.
Salam, boys.
And we are going to be back with some more Knights of the Old Republic. Issue number 10, I believe we're on now. So yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to that. Oro says, stares intently at the clock, seconds late. Unacceptable.
Haram.
Points at clock. I'm pretty sure it was still 3 o'clock when I started, technically, but... Let's see. It looks like 3 o'clock on my end. Oh well. Anyways, so I do actually have some news on my side with regards to YouTube. Turns out, YouTube is actually starting to let some of my videos gain views again. Which I'm sure is a complete coincidence, given the recent events that have been going on with regards to the channel.
Very strange.
Another coincidence is I kid you not, the day after... Okay, so I actually was contacting Team YouTube on Twitter to try to get them to respond to me. And I was going to wait and see how long it took them to respond to my latest question. It was few weeks ago, I think, and they said, okay, we're going to get back to you after we had a look at things. Curiously, the day after I sent the lawyer the documents that I had, YouTube decided to just out of the blue respond to that little comment. What a funny coincidence.
Yes.
Ura says, YouTube heard something about legal ramifications and said shit. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But,
Can't read minds.
It is a really interesting coincidence at YouTube, with regards to YouTube there, though, I will say. The thing is, I haven't quite yet hired the lawyer. I still need to give them the retainer. Although, if YouTube's going to act this way, I might just wait and see if they actually just let the monetization process go through first or something. This time before trying that. Because, hey, that's $2,500 I don't have to play, then that's $2,500 I don't have to pay. Awesome. Uro says, oh wait, can't say... some stuff because it's demonetized now. Yep. Coolest says, I've returned to finally put an end to your beeping the space elf. Ilya says, boo. Boo for what? That YouTube's actually starting to respond?
No. They're trying to spook you.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Ooh. I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're actually disappointed in you.
Alright, so, yeah. But getting back to the comic itself, we are, of course, going to be reading issue 10 of Knights of the Old Republic. Under Mandalorian lockdown, unarmed but not undone. Okay, so I believe last time we were reading this particular comic, it was established that the Mandalorians thought she was a Jedi, and... yeah, that's not turned out for the best for her, exactly. Ilya says, I always say boo. Ah, okay, fair enough. Alright, so, Knights of the Old Republic, Flashpoint, Part 3. Over months of proxy wars and border skirmishes, citizens of the Republic thought they fought the Mandalorians to a standstill. But the armored nomads were only taking the Republic's measure. Now, with forces pouring across the frontier, the true Mandalorian war on the Republic has begun. It comes at a bad time for fugitive Padawan Zane Carrick, who had fled with his friends toward the battlefront. He's joined by another runner, the Mandalorian veteran Roland, whose questions about the war have put him at odds with his own people. But even together, they may not be able to save Jarrell. Mistaken for a Jedi, she's imprisoned on the inferno world of Flashpoint, where she faces the diabolical tests of the Mandalorian researcher Demogorgon.
Roshan.
Oro says, Ilya just hates comics or something. Ilya says, yes, I do, actually. Is there a 40k comic? Star Wars is kind of cringe. Yes, there are, in fact, some 40k comics. In fact, I have done live streams on them in the past. There's some pretty good ones, so, yeah. There's reasons to have a look at 40k comics, because there are some actual good ones. There is, unfortunately, however, also Marnius Cringegar.
However, there's this lady. This is a good one. Sisters of Battle is good.
Yeah,
Read
Sisters
it.
of Battle is definitely
I have a physical copy because it was good. Really good.
Coolessa says, glad to know the YouTube situation is getting better, but don't let them go off the hook that easily. Yeah, I'm not going to. If they do actually turn down remonetization again, then yeah, the retainer and everything is going back right on. But yeah, anyways. Oro says, Marnius Cringeguard can go fuck itself. Yes. Yes, in the words of Marnius Cringeguard himself, first things first, as he, rips the head off of. I can't believe that Chapter Master Valoric still tried to defend that to some degrees.
Chapter Master Valoric is a sim. So it is understandable that it would happen.
Yeah, still, it's much, even by his standards. Though he did, to his credit, condemn Warhammer Plus along with everyone else.
How fantastic.
Coolessa says, Ace, respect for keeping coverage of this trash. As I said before, you're probably the only one who give it attention. What I find it funny. Okay. Coolessa says, please do this Papa Smurf comic. If you're talking about Marnius Cringeguard, we already did that that comic book series. We read the whole thing all the way through. It led to one of the most notable examples of Asbegon being broken by a comic book on this channel before, so...
He hasn't returned, has he? I don't remember last time he was here.
He was reading, I think, up to issue number 5 of High Republic.
Never came back. That was a long time ago.
He did actually jump on briefly during the Galactic Bake Off Spectacular as well.
Right. But did he read anything? I don't remember him doing that.
He was listening in the background, if I remember correctly, but boy, would I love to have been a fly on the wall to hear his reaction when he saw that one particular panel from the Galactic Bake Off Spectacular, where they're throwing a Jedi Master into space like he is in American football.
Why remind us?
Because misery loves company.
True that.
Oro says, cool as so trash deserves the attention of a heavy flamer, brother. Yes. Ilya says, geez, leave Valoric alone. He is entitled to his opinion. Yes, he is. I just think it's not a good opinion, given the fact that he tried to defend Marnius Cringegar.
It was terrible.
Coolessus is laughing. Oro says, Ozma almost committed go die with those comics. Oh, yes. To be fair, in the case of High Republic, issue number 5 almost... I think issue number 5 broke me a few times as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get into this. So we... Flashpoint Station, behind Mandalorian lines.
Okay.
Do you want to voice...
Who's that?
I think the blue Mandalorian is the first guy, and the red one is the second guy.
Alright. So... choice.
I guess I can voice the blue Mandy, so...
Alright.
You're relieved, Sentry.
I won't feel relieved until I can get back into battle. This place is all blaze and no glory. Only drama here is keeping the shield generators going. I'd be half asleep if these hour-long days let me sleep.
It'll even up with the invasion. We ought to be getting a lot of new Jedi guests coming through.
Research subjects, you mean?
Well, this was a research station once. It'd be a shame to put it to waste. Weet. That's the proximity alarm. Got to be one of ours, right?
Or someone's committing suicide by Mandalorian. I'm patching the audio through. Let's wait to scramble the guns until we see what we've got.
Alright, so how about you voice this next character?
Okay, I can try. Stay. Attention, Flashpoint Outpost. Are any of you awake down there? Repeat, I need clearance to land. I have a prisoner from Vanquo. No, Vanquo. Vanquo opened the magnetic field.
Hold on, warrior. I'm going to need some kind of authorization from...
Don't give me that rearguard garbage. I don't know how it is down there, but on the front, when a real Mandalorian captures a Jedi in his own ship, they pay him heed. Now open the field.
The sun sets in 04 minutes. When the outpost crosses the Terminator into night, it will be safe to open the shield.
Fine. I'll need you standing by to search the ship.
What do you think?
Let's scramble the guns anyway. He as much as Waggle's funny will be picking him out of the wreckage. Oh, that's me again. Sundown. Craft approaching. Wait, what? What? No? What?
Go ahead and keep voicing that character.
Oh, okay. Craft approaching surface west. Ready. Advance team. Where's Demagol? I've got a delivery for him. All the Jedi go to the bunker at the center of camp. He'll be thrilled to see you.
Was there anything useful on board?
Is that me?
Yep.
Just a defunct droid and a whole lot of junk. Or which character was that? I don't know.
I think that's your character still.
Oh. I doubt there's anything but rodents on board.
Coolessa says, my rating to those Star Wars comics is off to go and self-delete. Oro says, modern Star Wars and Warhammer comics are indeed good self-help guides because it helps you take a running start before jumping out the window. Coolessa says, Duros, their secret weapon for the unpopulation plan is to end you via cringe, the sneaky weasels. I hate the fact that to some degrees I could kind of see it at this point. Like, make everything as miserable as possible to make people as depressed as possible.
Yes.
Of course, that only works if people are actually cowed. Otherwise, well, technically I can't say too much more because YouTube probably wouldn't like that. I'm just going to say, when you tell people to let them eat cake, it doesn't tend to end very well for the people making everyone else miserable and telling them to go eat cake.
Mm-hmm. Their heads usually don't stay attached to their necks for very long.
And to quote a typical journalist, and that's a good thing.
Now that's a based opinion.
Coolessa says, I know I'm a broken record at this point, but does anyone think this looks like Star... Well, yeah, this does, because this is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is an actual good comic.
Yes.
Coolessa says, you's doing a la work, Ace. After the previous comment about letting them eat cake and some of the work that is done in the name of Allah entails, well, that's an interesting position. Thank you, I guess. Oro says, well, these comics aren't the new ones, so it is good, because these had the rarest resource effort. Yes. Alright, so I'll go ahead and carry back on. Inside the bunker. Morning, Jarrell. We have to stop meeting like this.
Who fucking voiced her last time?
I don't know. You want to try?
I think I might have.
Alright.
Last time I was here, anyways. Reading this one specifically. You can't let them keep torturing you. We've got to get you out of here before they kill you.
Do Arcanians fascinate you too, Squint? So loving of science and so willing to use it. You'll make clothes an unproductive mine, and ancient Arcanian breeds new workers with human hands to reach more gems. It's hard to say what a true Arcanian is anymore. These eyes, these... This isn't... Asikir. This is interesting. Yes, definitely. The girl next. God?
Hold on. Typey type. Alright, who says that? Is that guy?
I don't know.
I think it's that guy. Well, that's me.
Yeah.
Demogorgon, I've got your next subject.
Do not bother me with your with younglings, warrior.
He's a knight, all right? Nearly broke my neck stopping him. Set him up, Doc. I want to see him hurt. Bad. Zane?
In time, warrior. I have plans for the young lady first.
I've got a war to get back to. We do this now.
Very well, then to the laboratory. Zane Carrick?
You know him?
We met on Taurus a few weeks ago, just before we set out. Our masters knew each other. You know him?
You're not up on current events, are you?
Been a little busy and undercover before that. I guess he made night. I'm sorry to see him here. I've seen that Mandalorian before, too.
He seems so strange. He activated. No, he activated? He activated his trap card. No, no. Calm down. He acted like he didn't even see us.
He sees, all right. Something's up.
That's one of mine.
Yep.
Oh, that's... yeah. Insecure.
We will not be needing you, Pulsifer. You may retire. Tell me, warrior, how goes the Mandalore's great invasion?
Mandalor's glories. Our glory, Gil Demagal.
Oh, I know. I concentrate to the cause in my own way, finding the source of the so-called force. Talents will be the key to negating them, or replicating them. I'd be further along, but while there may have been many Mandalores, there is but one Demagal, so far. I recognize you, warrior. You're the runner they talk about. Roland, isn't it?
I'm not a runner. I just advance the cause by my own means, like you.
Well, I shall have to be satisfied with that, I think, until we are done with you, my friend. You appear less hardy than the others. Perhaps we should start with the vivisection. Oh, crap!
Mmm, tasty. I mean, horrible. Also, hold on.
So, apparently, Unit 731 is now part of the Star Wars lore. Interesting. Oh, dear.
Wait, what?
I just said Unit 731 is part of the Star Wars lore now, apparently.
Yes. Great. Fuck. I said, yeah. What the fuck? Okay, anyways, details. I'm getting distracted by other things here. I was Zane, right? I think I was.
Yes. Yeah, I think you were.
I gave him a British accent. I think you should let me go. I think you should let him go.
Ah? That's quite enough of that. You better Jedi than you have tried, youngling. Whack! And you, weak-willed fool, snap out of it. Can you control yourself now, or are you the outsider they say you are?
Don't believe everything you hear. I know I don't. Rather. God damn it.
Siege says, hey there, art looks decent, can't stay long, power's out again. Wow, that is unfortunate to hear. Hopefully they get the power back to you soon. Kulis says, yes, the better Galactic Bake Off. Oh dear. Kulis says to Siege, see ya. Or says Siege is under siege. Yeah, it sounds like it.
What the fuck? Okay, hold on. This is fucking confusing. What the hell is this?
The next page.
What? Yeah, I see that. I see that. I'm just looking at something else, and I am very confused.
Well, what are you confused by?
We can get into that later, I think.
Okay.
Assuming I can actually find something worth anything. Which is not a guarantee. Anyways. Right, that's me.
Yep.
Too bad, Demogol. I thought he'd live longer. I must have beaten most of the life out of him on his ship.
No.
Demol.
Ugh.
Stay back. I'll handle this. We've got to preserve the specimens.
Jarrell.
Sorry, I'm coughing. Oof. I'd like to watch you deal with her later, Demogol. Now, how about that tour of the camp you promised?
What happened? You had him.
I heard something. I heard something, rather. Oh.
I don't think I like you being a doctor. Oh, wait.
What?
I'm not. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, that's your character now.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I like being Dr. Demogol very much. You said you locked him in the storage closet. He should be out for a while. He should be out for a while. Long enough for us to do what we have to do. I'd be more comfortable with it if I'd finished him off. I'd be more comfortable if we took a smaller size. I have to wear all my clothes under here just to pull this off. As long as the armors and virus seals are tight, you'll live. I'm not so sure. I don't think he's done his laundry in a while. Here they come.
So he has to be stuck in a stinky suit because the guy. Oh dear.
The scientist is a stinking neckbeard. Wow, so weird.
All clear, Demogol. Only about 20 minutes before the sunrise. Sets visor filters on normal.
Thanks, Sentry. Just having a look around. How's the Judy here?
Not much action, of course, and if your visor goes out, you're in big trouble. The force field cuts the heat and the radiation, but it still hurts to look up.
Maybe maybe a new experiment for you, Demogol. Check some Jedi outside the field and see how well they cook.
Oh, this really is Unit 731.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see more Jedi now that the invasion is on.
I've just come. I've just come from there. Who would like to hear about it?
Tink, tink, tink. Weed, weed, weed. What? Again?
Let's see what that
Where's it coming from?
edge of the system. Somewhere. Edge of the system somewhere. Message coming in.
Calling any Mandies on Flashpoint who will listen. Repeating. Admiral Hierogriff of the Republic cruiser Glomkettle here. Don't look for us on your scopes. We won't be here that long. See, we've gotten used to your habit of using other people's stations and equipment. Resourceful living off others' supplies like that. Well, this time we've supplied you with something else. Beep. Boom. The solar shield generator. I bet Flashpoint sure seemed easy to conquer, didn't it? Just a little research station, lightly defended. Well, once you assaulted Van Quo, we figured it was time to run the line and try out our new style of hospitality. Here, have some seconds. Boom.
Hold on.
Calissa says, what is Unit 731? I think it's Unit 731, that's the name of it.
That's a funny little trivia for you.
Yeah! You're going to be in for an interesting time. Well, yeah, you're going to be in for a very, very, spicy time.
Could you enlighten him a bit while I type away a little bit?
Honestly, this is one of those things where I probably would get demonetized on YouTube for... Well, I'm already demonetized. What the hell? Okay.
Right.
So, Unit 731 was a biological warfare research team from Japan in World War II, which is a very nice way of saying they deliberately infected Chinese people with diseases just to see what would happen. And did a whole bunch of other really, really brutal experiments. Including, of course, the whole vivisection thing, which is something they were known for doing while the patients were still alive. And no, they did not give them anything to dull the senses either, to put it very mildly. It is one of those cases where it's not as known about as some of the other really bad stuff that happened in World War II, perhaps, but or not as widely spread in terms of the knowledge. But yeah, what happened is especially brutal in some of the cases. And if I remember correctly, don't we have the documents lying around that just tell us in detail all the stuff they did in their experiments? I think we do.
Maybe? I mean, I know the Germans did that because they're that, just in general. But, in their case, probably. But the Japanese are not as famous for their record keeping, even though they're kind of similar, I guess.
Mm. So There's a lot of there's a lot of details that are actually. I'm actually looking up some of the stuff now, and yeah. Oh dear. Well, there's some stuff here I can't even. I know for a fact would get me into a lot of trouble with YouTube, because they would probably call it YouTube. Knowing YouTube, they would probably label these historical facts regarding the quote unquote vaccines that the Japanese were giving their prisoners as misinformation. That YouTube would probably just label that as misinformation or something. Watch that happen, by the way, the moment this live stream ends.
Hmm. Right, there we go. I finished me tippity typing. Right, we were at Blast You, was it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and,
Blast you, Hieroglyph. Show yourself and fight.
Don't look for the enemy, pal. You're sitting on it. Now let's see. One more tower ought to take down your shield for good. Kaboom. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, did I mention we've started to build the same hospitality into all Republic ships you might swipe?
That's not a terrible idea, but he's obviously not telling the truth there, but whatever.
Cool Essence says, that's cool to know. Thanks for the lesson. Are they the maximum pain experiment guys? They might have been, honestly, I don't know, on that particular thing. Or it says, fun fact, it's not a war crime if you win the war and don't get caught. Now, if you lose and get caught, yeah. Although, technically, now that you mention that, another fun fact for you. Rule about the Geneva Convention, since we're on that subject. So, according to the Geneva Convention, terrorists are not in any way protected by the Geneva Convention. So, if you were arrested and convicted of being a terrorist, there is literally not a thing that could be done to you that would be considered a war crime.
Oh, great. Me fucking just... Alright, here we go. Finally I can do the things I've always wanted to do.
I think the same rule also applies to spies and saboteurs as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Does it apply to traitors?
Now that you mention it, I think it actually does.
Ooh, lovely. Now I can also do it to the people I hate. Oh, boy.
Anyways, let's get back to
it. Me.
Sun's rising, boys. I'd be someplace shielded before it does, like your starship. Or that bunker down there. Oh yeah, the bunker. There's a button for that. What the? Okay. Alright, let me get back to this. There's a button for that. Two, just give me a minute. Give my regards to the great warrior spirit.
Hold on. Which character is that?
I think that's your character.
Oh, really? Is it, the doctor? Or is it... Right. Should I try to give him a more... Like, since he's trying to fake being whatever his name was again?
Yep.
Should I try to make his voice more like that, or just...
If you want to.
I'll try to give him a little bit of a subtle British accent with a German on top of that, and then an American on top of that. This is gonna be hard. Anyways, in entry, no, the Republic ships are booby-trapped. Take the Mandalorian one. What? My research! I can't leave my files here. Oh, Sentry, you've got to get to Mandalore and tell him about this new tactic the Republic is using. All right, that's my character again. Character of mine. But Demogol, I'll try to get the doctor out of that little ship I came in if we survive. What's your name, warrior? Rothan Dyer. Tell them I died for Mandalore.
They all left. What's going on here?
Just trying out a few mining change. What?
Charges.
Oh, just trying out a few mining charges we found. I don't know, but I think they worked. I think we can knock off the fireworks now, Gloom Kettle. What kind of name is Gloom Kettle, anyways?
Watch it, henchman. That's my mother's name. Aren't you glad you have access to my genius?
Wait until dark again and come on over, Admiral. We're going to need some help. Before you... Oh, no.
Before yet another sunrise. I found your lightsaber, Zainkark. I must say I'm amazed you had spacesuits for all of us.
Yeah, we're running a traveling store here.
If you've got some more of those charges, Zane, we're going to blow this installation when we leave. Bad memories here. We'd like to leave you here for that, Demogol, but I think we'll enjoy taking you with us more. It's a long flight to Coruscant. What's the matter with him?
Alright, that's my guy. Sorry, He's, still out of it. I was forced to strike him again while getting him suited up.
That's a shame. Shame I wasn't there, I mean. Well, I can promise some better accommodations a Mandalorian turncoat. Well, wonders ever cease. I'm sure with what you know, you can be a big help on Coruscant too.
That's not really what Rothan, you can't stay here. Mandalore will find you again. And we are kind of out of the run. You don't want to be tied up with us. Besides, I'll bet Demogol can give you some of the answers you're looking for. And if we destroy the installation, that might cover your escape. It's a chance to stop running. I know I'd take it. Or I'd take it. Pro City. I suppose you're right. I'll board and tend to Demogol. Not even a goodbye?
Mandalorians, who can figure them? Actually, Zane, that's what I wanted to tell you. Everything my master foresaw about the Mandalorians was true. They have all the force they need to overrun the Republic. We saw their ships with our own eyes. You're up next.
Where is your master? I didn't see...
Left to investigate another vision just before we got nabbed. This one pointed to Dixun, where the Sith War Mandalore fell years ago. Maybe Dixon represented the Mandalorians in general, or maybe something worse. The important thing now is to warn the Order and the Republic.
Hmm. I think it's a little late for that.
What do you mean by, no, we're too late?
I'm afraid so. The ships you saw could be halfway to Taurus by now.
So the real war's on. So be it. Listen, I don't know what assignment you were on here, Zane, but we could use your help. My master has a plan to defeat the Mandalorians fast, but there are risks. Serious risks. But after this, a lot of us here are ready to do anything. Will you come with us?
I can't. There's something I have to do, or finish doing. Just do me a favor, okay? When you get back, if you hear anything about me, just remember what I did here.
Sure, Zane. Whatever you want. May the Force be with you.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Sun's rising again in a few minutes. I guess this is goodbye. I don't know what your plans are, but they sound pretty dangerous. Good luck out there, Squint.
Oh, that's just the name guys made up. My last name's a bit of a mouthful. Next time we meet, Gerald, just call me Alec. Thanks thanks for the spacesuit, by the way. This is a lot easier on the eyes out here.
Who's saying that?
I guess you'll say it.
Okay. We're ready for liftoff, Squint.
Good, get me off this planet.
What's the heading, Griff?
Back to the Republic. Whatever's left of it anyways. I think I've seen enough Mandalorians for a while. The end. Alright, so, thoughts on this particular comic?
That was pretty interesting. And it was a clever maneuver.
Yes, I agree. Completely. This is exactly what a Star Wars comic should be.
Exactly. Terrorism. Well, actually, it's not technically terrorism, I guess, since they're, not targeting civilians. Though, to be honest, in Mandalorian society, what is a civilian, anyways? While we don't dwell on these thoughts, the art style's nice. Much better than we have now.
They actually made the Mandalorians especially intimidating in this comic, I think, for what it's worth. Even though they get outsmarted, of course.
Yeah.
They do make sure that they are a very legitimate threat here, so.
Mm-hmm. Because they don't go in guns blazing and win. They, do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Calissa says, my rating, I was wrong about the art, also my eyes don't bleed. Well, that's usually a good sign when your eyes don't bleed from Star Wars. That's also usually a sign that you're not reading anything that was made by Disney Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but yeah, I will say this: there's enough action here. There's also enough the occasional humor that does get slip in that's decent. I think the little plot that they came up with, let's be honest, is kind of amusing that they pulled on the Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I'd say, yeah, this is a good comic. It is very easy to see why people have been recommending it. And I think, yeah, this is a very easy recommendation as far as comic books to read, I think.
We.
And what's best is we're only a fifth of the way through, so we get a lot more of this good stuff coming, I think.
Hmm. I'm just reading here, and I'm not just lore. Hmm.
Alright, so let me double check, make sure there's not an additional page at the end with lore or something. There, no, it's not. Okay, good. So, yeah, anything else you want to add on this?
Um. Hmm. Nope. Don't think I have anything.
Alright, well. Calista says, to be fair, I'm more of a game guy than comics. The real comics I read was the TF2 one. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, if you are into comics, then this is an easy recommendation, I think. So, yeah, and I think since Kalkyl's covered everything, I think we are in a good place to go ahead and call it. Kalkyl, it's once again been a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, I hope to have you
It's
on
been fun.
again. Huh?
Of course. It's been fun, as
Ag-
always.
Agreed, agreed. But anyways, I think now's a good time to go ahead and call it. So, yeah, this has been Ace.
And this has been Kalkyl.
And we both hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.